all going to be absolute legends. I am full of it. I'm Pete, but I'm still full of cold, so bear with me. It might not sound perfect on the audio, so bear with me. But summer's here. I was supposed to do this outside, but it was still here. It was in cloudy, and then it suddenly decided to be sunny. Classic British weather at its finest. So, but these are my summer hidden weapons that I really like, that I don't normally put into like my main list, but I still think they're very good in what they do. There's a whole different genre from cheapies, designers to niche, but I haven't put any clones in here, so just let you know about that. But they're all available. There's, apart from one, I think it's maybe not available, but I'm not sure about that one. But there's always something to talk about my secret weapons. Right, we kick off the list with my 2011 banger. This one absolutely works amazingly well. It lasts absolute hours, but its front is playful, and this is from the world of Mancera. This is wild fruits. Now, you could go with Cedrat Bosé, or you could go with Hindu Kush or Instant Kush. I think this one's more fun. I love this one. It's lots of citrus up top, so grapefruit, kumquat, lemon, but it's the mid where it's got peach, apple, black currant, which again is a little bit of an unusual note. Very fruity, very playful, but they've got a base of musks and cedar, and that's the way I think it really balances up. The sweetness is perfect with the woods. It just works amazingly well. It's very, very fun. It's not the sort of thing that most people would gravitate towards, which is another reason why I've put it in this list, but such a great fun fragrance. Performance on this is monstrous. It's 10 plus hours off my skin. So it is a bit of a beast, and it's not actually over the top expensive. It runs about 60 quid. For a niche fragrance, that's pretty affordable. I have seen it occasionally drop to about 50, so just do your due diligence and look for this one. Criminally underrated, but it's a really fantastic one to start off a list with. Fun and playful, and you want it affordable, check out Mancera Wild Fruit. Right, second one up, and this one came out in 2019. This one again is another real hidden gem. From the world of Hugo Boss, this is Boss Bottled Infinite. Now this one is a real fun, playful fragrance. Again, it's got apple and cinnamon, but it doesn't have the vanilla in here. It's more of an aromatic version with lavender, rosemary, patchouli, sage. Again, it's got sandalwood in the way, so it's more aromatic than it is like the original DNA. It's a really nice way of doing this. If you're over 25 and you want to have like a fresh fragrance, but modernized with a little bit of a twist, check this one out. Massively underrated. Now, performance-wise, it's not the best. It's about 6 to 7 hours off my skin. So, you know, you've got to take it with a grain of salt, but it's not very expensive. This one is a 50ml bottle, and this cost me about 30 quid. So you're not breaking the bank with this one. Smells fantastic. Smells pretty much what's in right now. But it was out 6 years ago, so they were on something very, very good there. The DNA still works, so the Hugo Boss DNA is definitely in here with the cinnamon and the apple. But like I say, good little twist on it. Seriously underrated. So, and do try this one. Even if you're a younger guy, you can pull this one off very easily. Most from Hugo Boss are pretty easy to pull off, but another cracking little one. This is Hugo Boss Infinite. Right, next one we're coming to about is a real cheapie gem. This is about 20 quid, and this came out in 2003. This is Mouboussin Pour Homme. So again, this is kind of more a little bit aromatic, sexy fragrance, but it is a little bit more heavy. So it's got like patchouli in here, which gives it a little bit more thickness. But it's also got sandalwood, lavender, rosemary, a touch of bergamot as well in here. Smells fantastic. Sage and a touch of vanilla. This one is again kind of a bit more amped up than the Hugo Boss, but I do think it's a very beautiful, aromatic, sexy fragrance. I'm trying to think what it reminds me of. I can't think. I'll put it in the fruits and box what I think it reminds me of. But this one for me is absolutely stunning. It's really robust. It's definitely for the over 25s. Performance on this is solid, about 8 to 9 hours off my skin. So even if it's a hot, warm day, this thing just goes, and it's fantastic for it. Like I said, 20 quid for us, really inexpensive, but it's one of those sort of hidden fragrances that people have just forgotten about. Because obviously we are bombarded week after week, new release, new release, new release. But take a second, come back, and enjoy some old school stuff. So this one, great little number. This is Mouboussin. This is poor Homme. Right, we go to a year later in 2004, which is another house that most people don't know about. It is a Spanish house that has produced some really good photos over the year. This is called Solo by Loewe. And this one, to me, it's got so much notes going in it. It's clean, it's sexy. It's got that lavender in here, mint in here, which just gives it a nice freshness to it. But it's also got cinnamon. It's got lots of bergamot, lemon. It's got ambers in it, vanilla, woods, but it's got oak moss as well. And this, for me, is a beautiful aromatic, long-lasting scent. I'm kind of going into my aromatics more as I'm getting older. Maybe it's an age thing. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if it's an age thing. I would probably agree with it because I'm sure it's an age thing. But this smells so amazing. Criminally underrated. This one costs about 30 to 40 quid. Again, we're not breaking the bank here. But a beautiful, aromatic, sexy fragrance. It kind of reminds me of like old school 90s fragrances, but a touch fresher and nicer. Great little number, criminally underrated. And yeah, just try it. I think if you're over 25 or 30, you'll probably appreciate this more than the younger demographic, which is absolutely fine. But another cracking one to find, and this is another great secret weapon. This is Solo. So not everything can be aromatics, but we're going to have a bit of fun with this next one. This one came out 2 years ago, and this one is an absolute party in a bottle. It smells a bit like similar vibes to a Jean Paul fragrance. It's called Mandarina Duck Vida Loca. This one is an absolute fun fragrance. It's got notes of pineapple, coconut. It's got fresh, some sweetness with some vanilla notes, tonka, lavender, some fresh mint up top, and a touch of orange. This is what I would actually say. It reminds me of Le Beau, but a little bit more sweeter. And it's such a fun fragrance. And this one only costs about 20 quid. So if you don't want to put up like maybe 60, 70 quid for Le Beau, which I can understand, times are hard. But this one is a great alternative to that fragrance. Now, I'm not saying it's a one-to-one, but it's very similar in the composition. Great little number. The only downside is it is only about a 6 to 7 hour performer. So you've just got to reapply it. But I don't mind that in the summer. And especially with it being so cheap, it's not offensive. So if you like Le Beau, honestly, anyone can pull this one off. So if you like Le Beau and you don't want to pony up a massive amount of money, check this one out. This is a fantastic one. This is Mandarina Duck Vida Loca. Right, last 5, and this one came out in 2018, and this one is so cheap and so nice. It's very, very citrusy, fresh, clean, and fun and fragrance. This is called Bois de Yuzu by Karl Lagerfeld. This is not expensive at all, but it is absolutely stunning. So it's got massive notes of yuzu, grapefruit, bergamot, ginger as well, which gives it a lovely note here. It's also got mint, it's got nutmeg in here, it's got notes that kind of balance it all up, and papyrus. This one is, I think last time I checked, was about 20 to 30 quid, give or take. And it's one of those fresh, clean, easy to wear fragrances that you can wear anytime, any place, anywhere, and it will smell fantastic. Also got a touch of moss in here, which means it performs pretty well. 8 hours, 20 quid. It's not a really hard one to work out there. It's a really good fragrance. Oh, excuse me. It's one of those lines that people do forget about, because it's Karl Lagerfeld. No one cares. Well, actually, Lagerfeld has done some fantastic fragrances of these, and this is one of the better lines, to be honest, from Lagerfeld. So check this one out. There's a few others that you could try. There's the ombre one, and there's another one that I think would work as well. I'm trying to think. I think it's in the blue bottle, but I can't remember. I'll put it in the description box. But this one is very, very classy, very fun. This is Bois de Yuzu by Karl Lagerfeld. Right, last few. This came out in 2022, and this is a real fun one. Hadn't smelled this in a while, and I thought I'd try it. This is Imaginary Authors. This is in love with everything. Now, this is a unisex one, but it's really, really nice. It's got a little hit of raspberry straight away. You can't miss it. It's front and center. But it's also got like a punch note, like you're having a drink. Palm sugar, it's got citrus and some sandalwood. This one is like tropical, it's fun, it's playful. It's certainly a head-turning fragrance. It's not what you expect, but the raspberry accord in here is phenomenal. That's what really draws me to this one. And for some reason, it works amazingly well on my skin. So again, this is a solid 7 hour to 8 hours performance, so not really complaining about that. It's not over the top expensive. This runs about 90 quid for a 50ml bottle, so not too bad, but it's the notes that are in here. It's put together, it's sweet, it's sexy, it's alluring, and something very different. Just don't let the other half nick this one. It's very good. But yeah, realistically now, if you're going out for a night out and you want to smell different to everyone else, this one will do the job amazingly well. This next one is Imagine Yours in love with everything. Right, this next one is an absolute gem, and this one came out in 1999. This is done by Francis Kirchhoff, and this is actually a female target release. But I had to say this, but I wear this quite a lot. This is Elizabeth Arden. This is green tea. This one is gorgeous. The cap's god awful. I hate it, but it's so nice. It's refreshing. It's uplifting. Lemon, bergamot, mint. Rhubarb is in here, which is a little bit unusual. But it's also got fennel. It's got green tea, which is clearly that jasmine. Some spices in here. It smells gorgeous, and it's the sort of fragrance I like to wear on a Sunday afternoon or on a Sunday when I'm just chilling out, not really got too much to do. This is where I would wear this one happily. It smells phenomenal. Like I say, 10 quid for a fragrance. It doesn't perform monstrously well, about 6 hours of performance. So again, you've got to weigh up with the amount of money you're paying for what you're getting back in return. It's not a bad thing. So this one is an absolute cheapy gem, but it's a fantastic one. If you're really having a stressful time, puts this on. The tea in here is just so soothing. It's absolutely gorgeous. So check this one out. This is Elizabeth Arden green tea. Right, this next one is the one I might think has been discontinued, but if you find a bottle of this, it's great. It's from 1986. This is Bowling Green by Geoffrey Beene, and it's a beautiful fragrance. It's got that 80s vibe to it, which I completely understand. It's got carnation, it's got lemon verbena, it's very fresh up top, juniper, fruits. It's got basil in here, the classic notes that would make a classic barbershop fougere. Fir, it's got oak moss, rosemary, cedar notes. It's got a ton in here. It's one of those phrases, if you like it, but it's a little bit fresher and a little bit easier to wear. Again, it is more aromatic than it is anything else, and that's why I like this one a lot. Like I said earlier, it's one of the reasons these aromatic phrases are something I'm gravitating towards more and more. If you find a bottle of this and it's sub 100 quid, pick it up if you like that sort of classic 80s fresh phrase, but a little bit easier to wear than some of the others. Something like Ralph Lauren Polo Green is a little bit heavier. This is a little bit lighter, but it still performs very well, even though it's an eau de toilette. This gives me that 9 to 10 hours of performance. No slouch in that department. Again, if it's been discontinued, do have a look for this one. Criminally underrated, and it's a beautiful one to have. This is Geoffrey Beene. This is Bowling Green. Wow, my last secret weapon that I wear for summer 2025. It's a niche house. It's probably the most expensive one here. This is from 2019, and this is called Velvet Splendour by Goldfields and Banks. Oh yeah. It is a little bit more heavy with the vetiver leather in here, but it's also freshness with tonka. It's patchouli. It's got sandalwood. It has some florals up top with some jasmine and mimosa. It's one of those phrases. I don't know why. It just works amazingly well on my skin, and it's just for the summertime because it's a little bit hard, like thicker, and like maybe the leather and all that stuff. It just works amazingly well, and I do get an absolute ton of compliments from this one. It's such an underrated fragrance. Cost of this is about 120 quid. So again, this is probably the most pricey one out of the whole lot, but it is worth it. And the performance on this is a good 8 to 9 hours. Not a slouch in any department. It's such a great fragrance. And no, most people don't talk about this one from Goldfields and Banks,
Most people talk about Island Lush, or they talk about Pacific Rock Moss or Pacific Rock Flower. This one, check this out, massive hidden gem. So my last one I'm going to talk about is Velvet Splendour by Goldfield. Bang. So don't tell everyone about my secret little weapons, okay? But as always, them to what I'm rocking in scent of the day. Right, my scent of the day, and this came out a couple of years ago, and this one, I'm road testing it because I just thought I'd try it. This is from the Order of French Avenue, and this is called Royal Blend. Now, there's a couple of others I want to try from this line. This reminds me of Angel Share with cognac, plum, cinnamon, sweetness from tonka and vanilla, and it smells fantastic. It is one of those fragrances. If you like Angel Share, you will love this fragrance, and it's only 25 quid. Absolute bargain. So it smells amazing. So this is my scent of the day, and as always, let me know what your scent of the day is. This is French Avenue Royal Blend. Right, so there you have it. My secret little weapons for summer 2025. So please, don't tell everyone about this. As always, if you want a top 10 list, a friend review, or a question, hit me in the comments. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe, which would be amazing. I love you all for that. As always, if I'm on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm doing different stuff over there than I am here. And as always, you absolute legends, smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching.